Welcome to ECNTRADE Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. Well, as the week comes close to an end, we can see the Australian dollar still appears to be somewhat weak in terms of the fact that the rejection from the 70 cent and a half region and fell back towards that key level around 68, 65, 75. The market has not been able to rebound. Presently, with a heavy MACD and also a negative RSI, could see further weakness into the European session or into the New York, and therefore could see another down challenge towards this support line anywhere around that 68, 65. A New York close under there will give further scope to the downside and give a designated target roughly around the region where the 60-day moving average comes in, around the 67 mark, and reassess. The euro still somewhat holds to a positive outlook in terms of the fact that we have seen a couple of rejections close to that 109. The market has not been able to take the down challenge, even though we did get an inverted hammer or close to a gravestone doji, which is bearish. One thing to note that if the market does take another upstep, there is some bearish divergence coming into play here in a weak MACD. So I feel any advancement up towards 109 could come to a bearish ambush or a bear trap, and therefore expect to see another down challenge. The dollar index, which measures the greenback strength against a basket of 6 major currencies, is still idling around 101.80 after a whipsaw price action. Did see the lows around 101.20 this week, and also highs around 102.5. But the market is still licking its wounds and attempting to recover. But nevertheless, I feel that the euro may take a stage to that topside challenge and then see another fall. After a whipsaw price action and rejecting the 130 area, the fact is that the RSI is still recovering and still with some scope of seeing a challenge to that topside level. But 130 still seems to expect to see a bearish ambush and eventually see a down challenge. I feel towards 126, 65, 75 may actually see a bullish ambush due to the fact is that the technicals have improved. So any weakness eventually may see that topside challenge, but not likely to break until we get a better direction into next week. Sterling has reached its objective at 124 and now looks to a possible pullback. At present, no, I am neutral because 124 was my objective or the designated target, and now could see a little bit of a flow of take profit back towards the low to 123 and then reassess. Looking at gold, well, the market still holds to its gains after 3 weekdays. The snap to the upside came back into play as safe haven demand did look back towards that 1,930 region. There is a little bit of indecisiveness, that is, from the indicators. So I feel that any upward movement may struggle towards 1,950 and eventually see a down challenge, with the base holding around 1,875 to 78. Wrapping up with oil, well, we're seeing many challenges at the top side level around 81.40, but technicals are weak, and I feel that this may actually give further improvement to the downside. Looking at 78.45, a break will give us a move to 75 area and reassess. That wraps it for the week. Thank you very much for joining me, and as always, look out for the intraday report, and I hope you enjoy the great start to the new weekend.